Who did Michael Harris play for over East?
He played for the Mount Gambier Pioneers in NBL1 South. He actually played with Nick Marshall from the 36ers as well.
Oh, really? That was NBL1 South, was it?
Yeah.
Did you want to go on then?
Yeah, mate.
You want to go on?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so far. Welcome to HBF Arena in the north of Perth, Joondalup, the home of the Joondalup Wolves in the NBL 1 West. It's NBL pre-season. The Perth Wildcats taking on the Adelaide 36ers. Two of two games that they'll be playing in the pre-season here in WA. And I'm Jake Singleton here, and joining me, life member of the Joondalup Wolves, is Glenn Simpson. Glenn, it's an exciting day of basketball. We've had a huge weekend of basketball, especially with the national championships over East, and we have two teams over there, the Rocky and Flames, also the Warwick Senators, who they won the championship, the national championship. But before we get into that, Glenn, thank you so much for joining us. So much basketball going on.
Oh, there's heaps on at the moment, Jake, but great to be here, and I just love this time of the year. You get all the build-up, you get the variations and changes in teams, and certainly there's been a lot of changes with the Adelaide 36ers, which we'll get to in a moment, but just a first opportunity, an early look to see how the team squads are coming together, and as they build towards the regular season. But certainly the 36ers, I think 9 of the 15 from last year's roster have moved on to other things. Likes of Cameron Bairstow is retired, so he'll be a big loss, even though he was injured last year for a fair bit of the year. Isaac Humphrey has gone to Melbourne United. Mojave King has gone to play over in the G League. Isaac Katorna, of course, Perth fans would know him from the Perth Redbacks, has played with the 36ers for a number of years, has gone to the Sydney Kings, and young Lockleo Aldrich has gone to the University of California. So lots of changes there, but certainly some great ins for the Adelaide 36ers this year. Likes of Robert Franks has played for the Brisbane Bullets in the past. Anthony Drimmick has started with the 36ers, went to Brisbane Bullets for a couple of years, has made his way back again. Craig Randall, new point guard, played NBA G League with the Long Island Nets. 193 centimetre lefty has come in, so he looks like a good pickup. Antonius Cleveland, last played with Illawarra, defensive player of the year. So Yeah, and then Dingaku. So they've got some huge ins this year. It's just a matter of CJ Bruton being able to get all those players on the same page and make it tilt this year. But they look pretty strong. Throwing the veteran, some of the veteran players for their team like DJ and so on and so forth. And I think they'll be pretty strong this year. Of course, Mitch McCarron and run on the point as well. So excellent backcourt defensive prowess of the Adelaide 36ers this year.
Yeah, and they would have mentioned at Eaton Rec Centre, Brady Manick as well, who played for Oklahoma and United. Also the University of North Carolina. Corey Webster is off the New Zealand Breakers. He, as we know, spent a couple of time at New Zealand Breakers. As Mitch McCarron misses that one. And there's Luke Travers, the draftee with the Cleveland Cavaliers, attacks the rim and misses that one. And Michael Harris as well, who played for Mount Gambier Pioneers in the NBL 1 South as a roster / development player, and then also Tayshaun Thomas as well. He's played time, spent some time in Israel, Italy, and Germany. So someone who's had a lot of time in professional leagues, Glenn, and and keeping Bryce Cotton, keeping Todd Blanchfield, Mitch Norton.
Yeah, of course, Tayshaun Thomas, you mentioned there, Jake. He's went to the University of Texas, the University of Oklahoma. He finished up his final year there, but has played overseas in Germany, Italy, Israel, France, and what that tells me is he's a professional and with the ability to adapt to different leagues, so no doubt he'll adapt pretty quickly to his Australian league. It's Luke Travers doing Luke Travers things, because upstairs with a big dunk.
Luke Travers with the steal and the fast break. 4-0 start for the Wildcats.
Yeah, so as you mentioned there, Jake, no Brady Manick in this game either. Yeah. Corey Sherville is also missing. Jesse Wagstaff hasn't suited up again for this game, and no Madjock either in this game. So Wildcats got a couple of players still to come on the roster at some stage during the year. Yeah,
and a tip in there from Kai Soto, who is from the Philippines.
He had some good minutes down in Eaton last Friday night.
Thomas up and under gets his first points for today. His Antonius Cleveland. Oh, sorry, my bad. It was Craig Randall attacking the rim. Bit far away here we are, Glenn. And
a little bit further away than the normal Joondalup Wolves games, but we'll get there. Apologies if we make a couple of slip-ups during the coverage. We'll do our best.
It's definitely going to happen.
But it's just a good opportunity to be here and watch this pre-season game. And as I said, just to see the teams come together and what sort of shape and form they look like being in the regular season. So it's a good opportunity for all to have a look.
Yeah, it's great, especially they travel down to Eaton in Bunbury, south-west Australia, and all the fans who normally it would take about 2.5 hours to get to a game, Glenn. They get to see some pre-season action, and
it might starve the basketball to a certain extent down in the southwest. So good luck to them, good opportunity to go and see some top-class basketball.
Yeah. Thomas, he loses it, but picks it back up. 2 points, 4 points for him early in this one.
Yeah, we spoke of Craig Randall, the lefty, new point guard for the Adelaide 36ers. They played G League with the Long Island Nets, who was coached by Adam Capehorn. And Australian and Perth Wildcat fans were certainly
Randall.
Capehorn.
Yeah, that's right, Glenn. Yeah.
Had 2 40-point games in the season, so he can put the ball in the hole.
Yeah, that's right, and it's going to be last touch from the 36ers. Mitch Norton, who finished the last season off, I think, with a calf injury. Could be wrong, but he did finish. He was really struggling, Glenn. And I think it was his wrist. Sorry, Glenn. Either one, but he has struggled with a few little tweaky injuries. And
one of those players that just puts his heart and soul on the line each and every game with a little bit of wrecking ball type defense as well. And has suffered a couple of injuries in the last couple of years, but we know what a warrior he is for the Perth Wildcats.
And Bryce Conn off that. A quick release of Bryce Conn knocks down the three. His first points for this one. Here's Daniel Johnson. Good defense from Thomas. Out to Mitch McCarron. Defended by Bryce Conn. Back out to Daniel Johnson. Pump fake. Takes it inside over Luke Travers. First points for Daniel Johnson. He had a great season last year as well for being a veteran. Daniel Johnson. He's a WA boy as well.
Wellington Tigers Junior,
Yeah.
So great to see him still running around the NBL, but we always know what you get from Daniel Johnson, game in, game out.
Yeah, Bryce Conn out to Todd Blanchfield. Knocks down that corner three. 14-6 start for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Wildcats continuing their good form from last week. DJ scoring there again, but should about 42%, I think, from memory from the three-point line on that game down at Eton. So
Bryce Conn thought he got hit, misses that three. And here's Cleveland. Yeah, as you mentioned, Glenn, Cleveland spent some time with the Illawarra Hawks, and he played some big minutes for them as they're important.
Defensive player of the year, so
Yeah.
That's a huge honour given the fact that Damian Martin's won it for numerous years over here in the NBL. And averaged 14.1 points per game, 6.3 rebounds, a couple of assists in there as well. Shoots a three ball at 22%, so he's another really good handy pickup for the Adelaide 36ers this year.
Yeah, and
when you're teaming with Mitch McCarron in the backcourt, that's a pretty good defensive backcourt.
Yeah,
and then, of course, you throw Sunday Dentry, who we haven't even mentioned him. I mean, what a great defender he is in the backcourt.
Yeah, that's right. And as you were speaking there, Brady Manick, in for his first minutes as a Perth Wildcats this pre-season. And Thomas just bullying Daniel Johnson down low there, Glenn.
Yeah, that's a guy who's probably slightly undersized in the position he'll play with the Perth Wildcats, but just makes up for it with bulk, strength and size. And to get the better of DJ in that low post there just shows his experience. DJ comes straight back at him and scores again. So, it looks like DJ's in for another big season for the 36ers.
There's Thomas over to Travers. This is that three. His Rockingham Flames are playing right now in Melbourne.
Yeah, they're versus Frankston.
Frankston Blues, yep.
They were down last score, I heard, at three-quarter time or in the third quarter, so slightly biased West Australians here. Fingers crossed Rockingham can get up in that game.
Yeah, that's right. It's 15-16 here at HBF Arena in Joondalup. Wildcats up by 2. Here's Brady Manick.
Oh, nice touch.
Knocks down his first points as a Perth Wildcat.
Of course, known for his range shooting.
Taken by Thomas on the fast break. Out to Mitch Norton for 3. 5 quick points there for the Cats.
And of course, Brady Manick with the University of North Carolina, who last season shot the ball about 40% from the three-point line, so can shoot the ball.
Yeah, and another steal for the Cats. And the second steal for Luke Travers. Mitch Norton to the hoop. Takes it all the way on Deng Akuth.
Realised he had a Akuth guard in there, just decided to put the ball on the floor and had the leg speed, so finished at the basket there. But that's a timeout there for the Adelaide 36ers. Coach CJ Bruton's probably seen enough and just needs to make a bit of an adjustment there. But look, Travers has started well in this game, Jakey, and obviously picked up 56 pick in the 2022 NBA draft, went to the Cleveland Cavs and played in the Summer League. So, what a great experience for him, and what a great opportunity for fans, not only Wildcat fans, but fans in Australia, for the opportunity to see Luke Travers back here again after playing a Summer League season and getting a bit more experience. And, it would just be interesting to see what level he can take his game to this year and maybe get another opportunity to get back over there in the NBA and really fly the flag.
Yeah, and he's really developed really quickly, Glenn, as well. Only a couple of years ago he was, a development player for the Cats and still playing in the NBL 1 West or, SBL, NBL 1 West.
Ripping it up for the Rockingham Flames.
Yeah, and also spent some time with the Coburn Cougars as well. So his development's been really fast. And also, it's been great to see him develop in the last few years. But we have some substitutions on the floor for the Wildcats. Carl Zunick from the Warwick Senators. He's had a great season with the Senators this year. Just couldn't get to the grand final. And then Oliver Hayes-Brown is in for Tyshawn Thomas.
Because Ollie Hayes-Brown had a season with the Wellington Tigers, but it was a little bit interrupted for the Tigers this year.
And also
NBL 1 West, of course.
Antonius Cleveland, the one-hand jam. Just underneath the rim. And another WA boy who's been playing great over East. Sunday Deck as well. He's out on the floor.
I went to write some notes on Sunday Detch and what he's achieved in his short career so far, and I honestly didn't have enough paper, Jake. That guy has just made the absolute most of his opportunities in his time. Started with the AEST Perth Eagles in the SBL 2013, was a development player with the Wildcats in 2013-14. Obviously won a championship part of that Wildcat team. He was a 2014 SBL Most Improved and also was a championship player with the AEST Perth Eagles in 2014. Of course, Tommy Jervis was also playing for AEST Perth then as well. And 2014-15 Cats development player, and 2018-19 he came in as the Wildcats injury replacement player. I think Damien Martin and Norton had injuries, but also won his second championship with the Wildcats in that year as well. So and then has played all around the league as well, and been to college. So just great to see him. And I remember seeing him play with the Wildcats development squad against the Joondalup Wolves pre-season going back several years ago, and he absolutely ripped the Joondalup Wolves apart. He's just a great player. Great to see him still run around.
Yeah, and also he spent some time with the Illawarra Hawks as well.
Of course, yeah.
And great to see him here with the 36ers, and I bet he'd be happy to be here in Perth. The Adelaide 36ers have gone on a bit of a run here in Corey Webster. First minutes for the Cats as well. Brady Manick just misses that corner three. It's rebounded by Randall. Randall attacking the rim. And he's fouled.
So Todd Blanchfield called for that little body check there.
A great turnout here at HBF Arena, Joondalup. Northern suburbs of Perth. If you're watching over east, thank you for tuning in, or even here in Perth, or anywhere in WA.
Just up the road from the Warwick Centre to the stadium, we've just taken out the national championship, NBL 1 national championship in the women's division.
And it's great to see, especially all of WA getting around each other, because I saw when Warwick Senators won. A lot of other clubs were actually commenting on their Facebook posts. A lot of players from other clubs were congratulating them.
Of course, it's a huge achievement, and congratulations to all the teams that made the national championships. But to Warwick, they're our crosstown rivals and the team we love to hate during the NBL 1 season. But of course, nothing but props and praise, and pretty proud that the West Aussies pulled. Oh, that's a great pass.
Yeah. Just rims out. That was Brady Manick with the O-board. Great pass, as you mentioned, from Corey Webster. Trying to find Oliver Hayes-Brown. 25-21 with 2 minutes 35 remaining is Sunday.
Dash.
Huge three ball from him. He brings it back to a 1 point game margin. It's Kyle Zunick. Takes it to the rack, and he's been fouled. And I think they might call that one on Hiram Harris. Kyron Galloway come in for his first minutes of today's game. And Thomas back in for Manick.
Of course, Galloway spent a couple of years in New Zealand Breakers from 2020 to 22. Played NBL 1 North this year with the Mackay Meteors, and actually born in Hawaii, but got a USA dad and an Aussie mum, so I think he obviously qualifies as a citizen. So not an import. So look, it's another great pickup for the 36. That young man's got enormous potential.
Yeah, Kyle Zunick knocks down both free throws, and he head to the bench as Mitch Norton will come in for him. And John Riley, he's had a great start to his tenure as a Wildcats head coach, as the offensive foul was called on the 36ers, and it's great to have someone like John Riley as the head coach of the Wildcats.
Yeah, for sure. Haven't been a long-term Wildcat fan. I remember John Riley watching the Wildcats in the final back at the old Stunning many years ago.
Yeah.
But,
when they played at Challenge Arena. Challenge Stadium, sorry.
Yeah.
as Luke Travers comes up with that rebound.
Nick Marshall taking that last shot for the 36ers. Also played with Michael Harris of the Mount Gambier Pioneers. And then we're on NBL1 South this year. Teammates playing against each other today. And unfortunately, I've just put the commentator's kiss of death in there. Dribbled the ball off his foot. So, it's a scratch match, Jake. It's all about making errors. And if you're not making errors in these games, you're not trying hard enough. So.
Yeah, that's right. And a turnover there from the 36ers. As you mentioned, came off the foot of Nick Marshall. And it's going to be sideline ball for the Cats.
There's a little bit of sweat on the court here. He's just waiting for the floor wipers to do their thing. But
Glenn, and there's so much hype I feel around this season because as we all know, and it's really painful for any Wildcats fan, it was the first year, 36 years, that the Wildcats didn't make it to the finals, and Corey Webster knocks down that three, but there's going to be a lot of emphasis on getting back to the finals this year, Glenn.
The thing about, the Wildcats missed the finals after 35 years, but it's just been stability for the Wildcats for years and years and years. And the amount of changes that's happened, the head coaches departed, CEOs departed, other back office staff have departed. So, it's a little bit of a rebuild to a certain extent for the Perth Wildcats, but just across the league, as we said at the start of the coverage, that all teams have got new squads and additions and alterations and everything else. And of course, everyone starts from level ground at the start of the year, so it's just interesting to see how our teams can come together and make a run.
Yeah. That's a backcourt violation for the Adelaide 36ers.
Bangladesh just unfortunately dribbling that ball off his leg and losing control, but
sideline ball for the Wildcats. Travers into Thomas. Just hits the back of the rim. Thomas misses that one. He's had a great start to this game. 8 points, 3 assists for him. There's Marshall, the Soto. One-on-one with Oliver Hayes-Brown.
He's a very tough matchup with his length.
Yeah, great defense from Brown. And here's Luke Travers. As you mentioned, drafted by the Cleveland Cavaliers. Played in the Summer League as well. Travers out to Norton.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Need to get active here. Nice finish.
Norton getting deep. And another 2 for the Cats. 7 seconds remaining on the game clock. It's going to be a foul.
Luke Travers being called for that one.
34-24 lead to the Wildcats. There's a substitution in. Michael Harris, in for Luke Travers.
A 22-year-old development player. The Mount Gambier Pioneers and NBL1 South, as we've mentioned a few times.
Great drive from Nick Marshall. But he gets fouled. He'll head to the line for 2. 1.8 second left.
Yeah, as we mentioned, Nick Marshall from the 36ers and Michael Harris both played for Mount Gambier in the NBL1 South. I think they were unfortunately knocked out in the prelims, but they certainly had a great year, that team.
Yeah. Marshall misses first of 2. Just under 2 seconds remaining. This first quarter. Knocks down the second. We need a heave here from the Cats. Thomas might want to put it up. He finds Corey Webster, but just can't get it up.
They might have just not quite been aware of the shot clock in that situation in the Perth Wildcats. So, again, it's probably just a bit of a learning experience there. Something to make sure it doesn't happen in the regular season. No doubt the coaching staff will be talking about that. But I saw Corey Webster hanging around the back court there. I thought for certain it'd be going to him early and he'd need a half-court shot. But, yes.
Yeah, well, big first quarter here at HBF Arena. Northern suburbs of Perth.
Jakey, I know we're here for the Perth Wildcats 36ers, but just keeping an eye on the NBL1 finals between the Rockingham Flames and the Frankston Blues. The Flames have actually hit the front 74-68 with about 5 minutes left in that final quarter. So looks like a pretty good game of basketball over there, Jakey.
Imagine that if we can get 2 NBL1 West teams,
of course,
national champions.
I know we're being picked up nationally here, so we can't be too parochial, but can't pretend we're very proud West Australians. So, like I said, whoever wins, well done, but it'd be nice if the Sandgrapers got over the line.
Yeah, for the Perth Wildcats, still season membership tickets. If you want to grab your tickets, you can go to perthwildcats.com.au or even www.nbl.com.au. It's going to be a great 2022-23 season. It's funny, Glenn, and that's why I love basketball, because it's an all-year-round sport. We get the NBL1 West with the NBA at the start of the year, and then at the end of the year we have the NBL, and then the start of the NBA as well. It's an all-year thing, so it's an exciting start of the year. Start of the year for the Wildcats, even though we're near the end of 2022. But that's why I love basketball so much. It's just an all-year-round sport.
And then the absolute cherry and the cake is, of course, is the NBL1 finals that are being played at the moment. More basketball. So fantastic. Just looking at the leading scorers after that at quarter time, Sean Thomas is leading the way for the Wildcats with 8 points. Mitch Norton's got 7. And for the Adelaide 36ers, we've got TJ Johnson with 9 points and Craig Randall, 8 points in there as well. So, good high-scoring start of the game there. The spectators are seeing a very entertaining game so far.
Yeah, here's Cleveland. He's back on the floor for the 36ers. Finds Galloway. A little jump shot. Keyway.
Yeah, Galloway's definitely got aspirations to get into the NBA at some stage, but I see a lot of potential in that guy. See how much he can develop this year under CJ.
Yeah, Thomas handoff to Cotton. Finds Manic in the corner. Misses that one, and the O board.
Here's a shooter.
Mitch Norton. And Mitch Norton, another board off the miss from Michael Harris.
Harris was 1 from 1 from the three-point line versus Adelaide 36ers and Eton during the week, so that tells me he's not shooting the ball enough.
Bryce Cotton with the pass to Brady Manic. Turnaround Jay knocks it down.
Yeah, Brady Manic just comes with so much credentials. Led the UNC to a win over Duke in the Final Four in the NCAA, and then they just lost to Kansas in the NCAA National Championship tourney. So, huge props for him.
Yeah, just giving Bryce Cotton a bit too much room, and just rims out for him. And here's the Adelaide 36ers inside with Daniel Johnson, defended by Thomas. Too much contact there down low.
Yeah, that's put it down to the craftiness and experience of DJ able to draw that foul, but also to Sean Thomas is still adapting to the way the game is officiated here. All leagues around the world, even though the same rules, are just officiated slightly different in terms of what contact he can and can't make. So it's he's just feeling his way here.
First of 2 free throws missed by Daniel Johnson.
And I'll tell you what, for a positive note, I mean, for Sean Thomas to come in and actually get a feel for how the game's reffed, it's a fantastic opportunity to play against someone like DJ, who's crafty and knows how to draw contact. So he can get himself through this game, and it's a good orientation for the league.
Bryce Cotton to Manic inside to Thomas, defended by Antonius Cleveland. Thomas up and up, misses, and Brady Manic nearly grabbing it, but it's rebounded by Cleveland, and it's going to be a foot violation on the Cats. John really not happy with that call. It's going to be Adelaide ball from the side.
As shown in the one game in Eton during the week, that he can show some passion on the sideline at times, John, really, which is not a bad thing as long as it's conducted the correct way.
Luke Trigger Brennan, who's the assistant coach of the Cats, who head coach of the Warwick Senators, and he was a long-time assistant coach of the Joondalup Wolves as well.
Certainly was, and had a great year in his first year with the Warwick Senators, being eliminated by the Rockingham Flames. And there is that young man Harris who, as I said, 1 from 1 in Eton, known as a three-point shooter. He's 1 from 2 so far tonight.
Yeah, Michael Harris. And 1. He'll head to the line. Shoot one more.
One thing that we spoke about the passion of John, really, one thing he will be trying to tidy up is the Adelaide 36ers are winning the rebound count at quarter time was 13-8, so including four offensive boards to the 36ers, so that'll certainly be something he'll try to tidy up.
40-27 to the Cats. 7 minutes 40 remaining. There's Mitch McCarron. Finds Galloway. And too much contact there. Bit of a swipe of the hands from Brady Manick.
Yeah, Galloway catches the ball in motion that low. He's going to be a tough cover.
Well, I think that actually was caught on Bryce Cotton.
Yeah, I think it might have been Bryce Cotton, yeah.
The reach in as well.
Knew he was in a lot of trouble with the size difference, so we decided to put him on the line.
And CJ Bruton, head coach of the Adelaide 36ers, his second year at the helm of the 36ers and a champion in his own right with the Brisbane Bullets back in the day, Glenn, and then also with the New Zealand Breakers as he had a three-peat with the New Zealand Breakers.
Oh, absolutely. Got to be one of the best players ever on around the NBL for sure, and of course some pretty good
Michael Harris.
Quick first step to blow around Mitch McCarron, who is an elite NBL defender. That's promising.
Michael Harris all the way to the rim as the miss there. Greg Randall.
Yep.
It's Mitch McCarron on ball from Thomas. That's picked away from Mitch McCarron, but it's going to be called a hands foul. And some substitutions.
Yeah, of course, Randall missed that last three-point shot down the other end there for, I think he's still finding his feel. We haven't anywhere near seen the best of him yet. He's still finding his feet over here in Australia and adapting to the league as most of the imports are at this early stage of the year. But, he's going to be an absolute knockdown shooter as the season progresses.
Yeah, Todd Blanchfield back into the game for the Cats. Also Luke Travers and Kyle Zunic. Oh, as he's left alone. Just misses that three. And Kai Soto.
Yeah, Wildcats caught napping on the defensive transition there.
An easy jam for him. 42-30. And this one is Thomas.
I think it's been waved away. Cole Zunic's been called for an offensive block. Certainly one of the 36 players looked like they were hit by a Matt truck the way they accentuated the contact, but I think it was definitely there, so fair call by the referee.
Yeah, and also another substitutions for the 36ers. There's Hiram Harris back in for them. And here's Mitch McCarron defended by Kyle Zunic. Formerly played for Melbourne United. Won a championship with them. It's going to be a foul on the Cats. Sideline ball for the Adelaide 36ers. And
what about Oliver Hayes-Brown on that one, Mitch? Jake, I should say. What am I talking about? But,
here to Mitch McCarron, defended by Zunic. Good defense from Zunic. It's rebounded from Oliver Hayes-Brown. Great fight. And Corey Webster comes up with it. Here's Luke Travers. Out to Blanchfield. Back to Webster.
Oh.
Yeah, long two. Foot on the line.
And that's exactly what Corey Webster's been brought back into the Wildcats for.
Yeah. And Tony's Cleveland. Nice move to the rim. And yeah, as you mentioned, Corey Webster a few years ago did sign with the Wildcats, but actually never played for the Wildcats.
Yeah, 2017 signed a 2-year deal, but then was asked to be released from his contract so he could go and play overseas, which the Wildcats agreed to. But finds himself back at the Wildcats again.
Yeah, as Luke Travers knocks down a long bomb three. Kai Soto defended by Ollie Hayes-Brown. And
foul there called on. But again, back to Corey Webster again. If you wanted to quickly point form, where he's played around the world, he wouldn't have enough paper. Guys just played everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely a veteran player, and he's great to have on the team. And won some championships with the New Zealand Breakers as well.
34-year-old, so we're getting towards the twilight of his career. I say that respectfully because he's probably got a few more years left in him.
Yeah, definitely. Also representing New Zealand.
And he's just one of those players who can get the opportunity, he can grab the game with a scruff of the neck and just explode.
Antonius Cleveland.
Great footwork there.
The dance move to the hoop.
Drawing the foul on Ollie Hayes-Brown.
And one. Nice move from Antonius Cleveland. And Mitch McCarron will sit down.
It looked like the Euro step from here, Jake.
Yeah.
I know we're a little bit away from the action today, but
yeah,
nice footwork. But he's we know he's reigning defensive player of the year, but he's definitely got an offensive side of his game as well.
Yeah,
he's a real threat.
He converts the and one. Antonius Cleveland. And
I'm just waiting for my stats to refresh here.
Yes.
But what's Ollie Hayes-Brown got as far as fouls goes? Well, he's racked up at least 2.
Yeah, we'll get that, and
we'll get to that shortly. But yeah, just waiting for the stats to refresh. Now down his point here. Todd Blanchfield wasn't able to make that. Luke Travis with another steal.
The long arms of Luke Travers. And we've had a lot of above the rim action here early at HBF Arena in Joondalup, northern suburbs of Perth. It's a great Sunday afternoon. Antonius Cleveland with.
I thought he'd lost the handle there, but it was actually a great pass.
Yeah, and finds.
And he'll get an assist for it as well.
That's right, and finds Marshall.
Honestly thought he'd lost the handle on that one.
Yeah. Zunic over to Corey Webster. Long bomb. This is that one.
You don't want to leave him wide open on the three-point line too often, I'd suggest.
Yeah, another Euro step from Antonius Cleveland, but it's picked up.
And there's another road board for the Adelaide 36ers. John really won't be happy with that at all.
No, that's right. Kyle Zunic, defended by Marshall. Flips it up, misses that one, but it's brought down by Hiram Harris. Over to Randall, defended by Luke Travers. On ball from Kai Soto. He slips it. Over to Marshall. Great defense from Kyle Zunic. He gets there first. That's a charge call on Nick Marshall.
Yeah, one of the toughest calls in the game, as we know, Jakey. But
yeah, definitely.
But the referee was there. I thought Harris might have been a little bit unlucky with that call, but
yeah,
as I said, the referee's a lot closer than us. So
yeah, and as you mentioned, Oliver Hayes-Brown. Yeah, he's just got the one foul.
Only the one foul, okay.
Yeah, just waiting for everything to load, Glenn. But still the one foul for him.
Yeah, talking about journeyman in this game, another player, Deng Akuth, who's 26-year-old, 211 centimetres. Originally played with the Sydney Kings from 2017 to 2022, South East Melbourne in 2020, and then 2021-2022 played in the Georgian Superliga, where he averaged 15 points per game. Played 15 games, 12 points per game, 11.3 rebounds. So average a double-double in the Superliga. So again, another player at 26 years of age, still hasn't reached his player yet. So a lot of development to still go with that young man. So again, over to CJ Bruton and see what he can get out of that guy this year. But yeah, again, another great pickup, and just the length again is going to cause some headaches for a lot of teams around the league. So as I said, early days yet. This new team, 9 from 15 changes from last year's roster. So it's going to take a little bit of time for this new roster for the 36ers to sort of gel and learn to play the system and play together. But yeah, look, they're going to be tough this year, I think, Jake.
Oh yeah, they will. And the Wildcats back on the floor. Luke Travers with the spin. Defended by Cleveland, as you mentioned, Defensive Player of the Year. And Bryce Cotton. He's fouled as he heads to the rim.
And the foul might have been on Harris there. So We know he's got at least 2 personals. Again, just waiting for our stats to refresh. Interesting in these games, you see the likes of Bryce Cotton and DJ Johnson for the 36ers. Seasoned veterans, and probably don't quite get at the second gear in these games, do they, Jake?
No. Yeah, that's right. Just a bit of a game to warm up the legs.
Yeah. Try and get your teammates involved.
Yeah. It's especially great for the young guys as well, just to play some NBL basketball.
Yeah. Of course, DJ's 33 years of age, so becoming a veteran in the league. So, you know, been a great player for a long time.
Tonius Cleveland back to Marshall. Great show there from Manic. And it's taken away from Luke Travers again. Finds Marshall. Todd Blanchfield on the run for 3. Todd Blanchfield. Great job from Luke Travers to start that off.
Oh, good court vision by Harris. Knew he had Blanchfield on the wing there, and had no hesitation kicking the ball straight out. So that's a promising sign for that young man.
Yeah, and Luke Travers picks up another foul. That's his 3rd. And John really not happy about that one.
Yeah, he thought the 36ers player may have stepped out of court there, but referee didn't quite see it that way.
Yeah, 5 team fouls for both teams. So Randall heads to the line for 2.
Another lefty, just that silky smooth shot. You know, lefties just look so polished, don't they?
Yeah, they do, Glenn. And Randall knocks them down. 10 points for him in this one.
And we certainly, as I said before, we haven't quite seen the best of him just yet. That'll be a goaltend, surely. So we've got a foul, but also the goaltend.
Yeah.
And even for where we're situated at the moment, which is in the lower car park, we could see that as a goaltend. So.
And a bird on the court.
It's all happening here.
Yeah. So it's on.
Not something to see often in the basketball stadium, is it? During an NBL game.
Definitely not. It would be a bit weird if a player cops a bird to the face. And well, we'll get back to the action. Craig Randall. The Wildcats knocked down the M1. All tipped from behind from Marshall. Bryce Cotton comes up with it. Goes to Marshall, back to Cotton on the run. And the Wildcats.
That's Michael Harris there, but again, good signs there by Harris. You know, he's a young man, he's trying to make his mark on the team, but he's doing the team first things. And we saw the pass out to Blanchfield on the wing earlier when that steal from Travis, and then on that fast break again, you know, natural reaction for a young man just to go hard at the rack and try and score and, you know, try and make a name for himself.
Yeah.
But, you know, willing to do the team things there. So that's a pretty impressive start by Harris so far.
Yeah, and the Wildcats getting some steals, getting some stops on the offensive end and running the floor. And
Luke Travis has been super active in the passing lanes and getting some steals and quite happy to give the ball off to players in better positions. So good start by Luke Travis.
26 points in the paint for the Wildcats. And they've been great early on. And yeah, as I mentioned, running the floor, pressuring the ball on the defensive end, and then getting off on the run. And it's going to be baseline ball as some substitutions. Kyron Galloway back in for the 36ers. Mitch McCarron back in, and Sunday Deck as well. And also Denga Kuth. Spent some time with Southeast Melbourne last year. And stolen away from Marshall. He's on the run. He's got Denga Kuth behind him, but lays it in. 60-41 lead for the Cats. just under 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Here's Galloway. Over to McCarron. Back to Galloway. Defended by Blanchfield. Bryce Cotton brings the double, but
Galloway, nice touch around the bucket, nice finish there. And just to update those listeners who may want to know the NBL 1 final results, just turn your volume down if you don't actually want to know the results. But Rockingham Flames have got up 85-74, so it's a double for the WA team, so well done to the Flames. And again, of course, well done to all the teams who made the finals. Well done. Great effort just to qualify for that national finals, but well done to the Flames.
Yeah, that's right. Congratulations to the Flames. And the Flames and the Warwick Senators, they're going to be, I don't know if they'll be able to get to work tomorrow or even Tuesday or even Wednesday or Thursday.
It's going to be a pretty happy flight home, I suggest, Jake.
Yeah, definitely. Party on the plane, back to WA. As Mitch McCarron misses his first of two.
How would you be on the plane with the Senators and the Flames?
I don't know.
You're not going to get any sleep, I know that.
No way.
Anyway, back to the action here.
Mitch McCarron knocks down his second free throw. Here's Thomas, defended by Akoof. Todd Blanchfield off the on-ball and the one-handed shot misses that one. It's rebounded from Marshall. Head of steam.
Akoof has got a huge mismatch inside on Harris.
Foul on the floor.
Looks like Harris has been...
holding.
Harris has been called for that one. Yep.
So Akoof will head to the line for two. 52 seconds remaining in the half. So somewhat of a high-scoring half. 60 points to 44 for the Cats. They've
definitely been plenty of action for the packed-out crowd here at Joondalup Arena.
Yeah, and first minutes here for Josh Hunt, who's from the Coburn Cougars in the NBL 1 West.
What a great season he had.
Yeah. It's great to see him getting some minutes for the Cats.
It would have been heartbroken in that prelim against the Senators. Senators virtually won the game in the last play phase of the game, but no, certainly had a great year.
Yeah, he definitely did, and earned himself a spot earlier this year as a development role for the Cats. And Bryce Cotton doubled there and finds Blanchfield. Back to Cotton, 40 on the clock. Bryce Cotton step back, hand in his face, can't get that one to go, but Thomas comes up with it. Back to Cotton in the corner, knocks it down. Bryce Cotton. That's hard to stop that man right there, Glenn.
As we've said time and time before, you just can't give Bryce Cotton open looks continually. He's going to knock him down.
Galloway defended by Blanchfield. Deck defended by Hunt. Over to Marshall. Just spin and just can't get it to go from the three-throw line. Galloway with the O board. Marshall for three. Misses that one. No time on the clock for Todd Blanchfield to get it up, but great half from the Perth Wildcats. 63-45 here in their second game of their NBL pre-season for 2022-23 season. Great start for the Cats and a great start for their season. And Glenn, what's your thoughts here on the first half?
Well, from what I've seen so far, Jake, I think it's just the Wildcats have been able to adapt and play together as a unit.
Yep.
Just a little bit better than the Adelaide 36ers. As we mentioned, the Adelaide have got a huge task, and the reason why they're playing these pre-season games is trying to get their new roster together and learn how to play together. So at this stage, the Wildcats probably just a little bit more advanced in that respect, but expect the Adelaide 36ers to make some adjustments and just come out in the second half and be a little bit more competitive. But good signs there, just a matter of getting weathering the storm and getting a few more games under their belt, and they'll be good. So.
Yeah, that's right. And Craig Randall, leading scorer for this one, 10 points. Only shooting 2 from 7 though, Glenn, and 2 rebounds for him and an assist.
Yeah, as I said, we haven't seen the best of him just yet. Still finding his feet.
Yeah, Daniel Johnson with the 9 points in this one with a rebound, and also Antonius Cleveland. Great start for him, 7 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists for him. And then over to the Wildcats. It's been 9 points for Bryce Cotton, He's 3 from 7 shooting. Also Todd Blanchfield with the 9 points. And Luke Travers with 9 points and 4 steals. 3 rebounds for him, Glenn.
Only the 4 steals, it seems. It seems like more than that, but and I've also been impressed with Harris. And while his stats may not jump off the page, but I just like his poise and his willingness to do the team thing. So
that's right, Glenn.
A good pick up.
8 points,
yep.
3 from 4 shooting for Michael Harris, and also 2 assists in this one, and then Tayshaun Thomas, 8 points and 4 assists, 3 rebounds for him.
It means that Harris is 4 from 5 from the 2 games so far. So, as I said, he needs to shoot the ball more.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we're going to take a break here at HBF Arena for NBL preseason. The Perth Wildcats lead this one against the Adelaide 36ers, 63-45. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon. Welcome back to HBF Arena in Western Australia. Joondalup, Western Australia, my bad. Jake Singleton here with Joondalup Wolves life member Glenn Simpson joining me as the NBL preseason is here for 2022-23 season. And the Perth Wildcats taking on the Adelaide 36ers. It's a 63-45 lead for the Cats. And what have you liked from the Cats in their second game of their preseason here at HBF Arena, Glenn?
Well, I've said that a couple of times here. I like the look of young development player Michael Hayes. We've seen some good signs from him so far, but just looking at some of the box scores and just leading on to some other things I'm liking from the Perth Wildcats. Sean Thomas didn't actually score in that second quarter. He's got 8 points and 3 boards for the game. Mitch Norton's got 7 points. Bryce Cotton's got 9. Todd Blanchfield 9 also. Michael Harris has got 8 points there, so a good start by that young development player. And Luke Travers has 9 points, 4 steals, 1 block shot, and 3 rebounds in there as well. We've also got the 3 personal fouls, so he's going to be a little bit careful. So the Perth for the Adelaide 36ers, I should say, Cleveland's got 7 points, Craig Reynolds got 10, and DJ Johnson's got 9 in there as well. But look at some of the other stats in the moment. Rebounds, the Wildcats are -5 on the rebounds. The assists, they're +4. But turnovers, Wildcats are -10. So they've only got the 1 turnover for the first half versus 11 for the Adelaide 36ers. So, and then steals are also +7. But and then points from turnovers, the Wildcats have got 18 points from turnovers compared to 0 from the Adelaide 36ers. So, so there's some pretty pleasing signs there. But again, signs that Adelaide is still learning to come together as a new squad. So, but they've got some work to do in the second half. They've been down 63-45.
Yeah, well, after this, the NBL Blitz starts Saturday, September 17th. And the Perth Wildcats take on the Cairns Taipans first. And they've also got North Melbourne Phoenix as well. Sorry, North Melbourne Phoenix. My bad.
Southeast Melbourne?
Yeah, Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. And they've also got Melbourne as well.
It's a couple of good hit-outs there for the Perth Wildcats. It's good.
Yeah, and if they don't make it to the finals, round 1, they take on the Brisbane Bullets. And that'll be here in Perth. And then we've also got the Perth Wildcats and the Illawarra Hawks will come to town in the second game of the season in round 2. We've still got lots of action here. HBF Arena, Joondalup. Bryce Cotton misses that, but he gets his own O board and finds Todd Blanchfield. Back with Cotton. The MVP. Brady Manick misses that one. 3-time league MVP. Mitch McCarron, great start for the Sixers. He gets the first points on the board for the Sixers. Here's Mitch Norton. Finds Cotton. Over to Blanchfield on the left side corner. Misses that one, rebounded by Ko Soto. Seen on the stream a lot of Filipinos. A lot of people from the Philippines listening to this one. A shout out to them. Cleveland with a full head of steam to the rack. He's been fouled.
Yeah, Bryce Cotton just reaching to knock the ball away. He's been called for that.
Yeah. That
personal. I think that's his second personal foul for the evening.
Baseline ball for Cleveland. Sorry, for the 36ers, and Randall will pass it in. Oh, flips it up to Kai Soto. Big 7-footer. Puts that one in.
Just throw it anywhere near the ring and that big guy will go and get it. Yeah, it's going to be a super tough matchup for those teams. Probably just consistency for Soto this year. He's showing some great signs there, but just kind of drifting in and out of games. If he can get some consistency in the game, he's going to be an absolute handful.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely grab this league by the scruff of the neck.
That's right. Brady Manick on the other end for the Cats with the 2 over Kai Soto. One-on-one, Kai Soto and Brady Manick. Again, misses for Soto.
Yeah, good deed there by Manic. Just ability to keep him away from the bucket.
Manic open wide, misses that one. It's rebounded by Craig Randall. Finds Cleveland over Mitch McCarron. There's Daniel Johnson, mid-range, off the board, misses that one. Rebounded by Brady Manic. And Bryce Cotton with the ball. What's he going to do here? Through the legs, step back. Finds Brady Manic. Misses that. Thomas, sorry. Nearly.
Yeah, great awareness. Just crashed the boards. Was falling out of the baseline and flicked it back in off one of the 36ers players. So good heads-up play there.
Yeah, good save by Tyshawn Thomas. As for the 36ers, Kai Soda will sit down and Galloway in for them. Bryce Cotton in the corner, two hands in his face.
That's just insane, isn't it?
Does not need any room to shoot the ball. Tonius Cleveland deep, takes the contact and he asks the ref.
There's a finish over Mitch Norton too, who's a great defender. So Cleveland's showing some really good signs this game.
Yeah, Brady Manic over to Blanchfield, defended by Randall, and travelling violation.
Just dragged that pivot foot.
It's going to be a sideline ball for the 36ers.
Mitch McCarron, just the 4 points in the game so far. We know he's not always a defensive presence on the floor, but just starting to crank it up a little bit in this second half. And of course, he's had a really good campaign with the Boomers recently in the qualifications.
Yeah.
And we know he's an absolute elite defender in the NBL.
Yeah. This Thomas, a bit too strong there, and great defense.
There's that length by Cleveland, just causing problems for Thomas on the other end of the floor.
Here's Cotton, finds Manic. Mid-range, two. Nice stroke there from Brody Manic.
Yeah, just doesn't quite get it going from the three-point. We know he's around about 40% shooter with his last year at North Carolina, but he's 0 from 4 from the three-point line so far tonight, so still just finding his way. There we go. There's Mitch McCarron starting to do Mitch McCarron things.
Yeah, Mitch McCarron with the long bomb. He says, Glenn Simpson, I can score.
Oh, look, I knew I was about to awaken the sleeping giant, but...
Mitch Norton, spin, misses, but Brady Manic cleans that one up.
Yeah, just tidies up the glass and gets the put back in. That'll be pleasing for Coach John Riley.
Yeah, that's right. Daniel Johnson into Galloway, out for the open three.
Yeah, there we go.
For Craig Randall.
We know he can shoot the ball. Had a couple of heat checks so far this evening, so this afternoon I should say, so maybe that will get him going from the three-point line.
Yeah. Thomas, easy finish. Daniel Johnson not happy about that one.
I think he was expecting the help come across from the weak side, but didn't get there, so it's just another one of those adjustments. Let's see Galloway go to the bucket on that occasion.
And another three for Craig Randall. Only a 10-point lead now, Glenn.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I'd like to have seen Galloway go to the bucket there and try and score, but credit to him. He found the open player and scored a three ball for his team, so you can't be too critical of that.
Yeah, Brady Manic trying to reply, but misses that one from the corner, and the rebound from Randall. Here's Mitch McCarron. Daniel Johnson, he's doubled.
Now there's the help that came across, which he was hoping for a couple of play phases ago, but there's that man McCarron again. Who mentioned he hadn't scored much in this game?
Mitch McCarron knocks down another three, and that's going to be a platoon swap as well for the Cats.
Yes.
Mitch Norton directing traffic, finds Bryce Cotton, defended by Cleveland. 5 on the shot clock, finds Manic underneath, and it's going to be a foul on Mitch McCarron.
Yeah, it's pretty good defense there by Cleveland, which we know he's a reigning defensive player of the year, but defended Bryce Cotton, who's certainly that's not an easy task, but did a good job to eventually get him to pass the ball and get the ball out of his hands. And unfortunately there from Mitch McCurran, I think he's fouled Brady Manick, sent him to the free throw line. But certainly McCarran's got going in this second quarter, up to 9 points for the game now. Now 3 from 4, it's 75% from the three-point line. We know he can shoot the three ball.
Yeah, and a timeout on the floor for John Riley. Really sorry.
But again, with Mitch McCurran, you'd probably expect him. He's a veteran. He's a great player. He knows that he's got a new squad around him. He's probably trying to bring other players into the team. But with that big deficit at half-time, he said, well, probably time to put the foot down and get a couple of buckets here, which can get his team back in the game, which he's done. So
yeah, it's back to a 7-point lead.
Game,
yeah, and the biggest lead was 19 from the Wildcats.
Well, the Adelaide 36ers haven't led all game so far, so good to see they've made some adjustments and just stepping up and making a nice little run here.
Never know what you're going to get when you're watching NBL basketball. Every team's so competitive in the NBL.
It should be a great year. And, it's just like I said at the start of the coverage, just so exciting to see the start of the year. Everyone starts from scratch. It's a level playing field, and it's just interesting to see how all these squads come together and the first to settle, basically.
Yes, Brady Manick knocks down 2 free throws. Luke Travers will come in for him, and Kyle Zunick also coming in for the Cats, and Michael Harris, Corey Webster, and Oliver Hayes-Brown. And Coach CJ Bruton sticking with his starting 5.
Yeah, Luke Travers with those 3 fouls at half-time just needs to be a little bit cautious here. He's been super active in the passing lanes, and surprised he's only got the 4 steals.
Great job from Michael Harris coming from the help defense position. And
that's a tough bucket.
Corey Webster, the mid-range 2, fading away. Back to an 11-point lead for the Cats.
That's the shot that we know Corey Webster's capable of, and it's just a matter of the Wildcats be looking for some consistency from him this year to knock those tough baskets down.
Yeah.
He's certainly capable of that.
Yeah, Cleveland misses that one, and there's Corey Webster, defended by Galloway, fading away again. Corey Webster has definitely shown he can score in this league.
He's up to 5 points in the game so far, Corey Webster.
Another steal for the Cats. Kyle Zunick flips it up, misses that one. No contact called by the referees. And all the way down the court.
Just enough pressure on that shot by Luke Travers without causing a foul, just to affect the shot.
Yeah, Oliver Hayes-Brown attacking the rim, misses that one. Galloway with that one, and here is Craig Randall. Over to Cleveland. And it's a hands foul called on number 10, Corey Webster. And some substitutions for the 36ers. Sunday Deck, Kai Soto, and also Hiram Harris in for the Sixers.
A couple of players just breathing extremely heavily at the moment. It's been a little bit of a track meet the last couple of play phases up and down the court.
Yeah, that's right, Glenn. A lot of transition plays for both sides.
There's been a couple of missed layups in the last couple of play phases, and it's really went up and down, but coaches would maybe just like to get back to a little bit more structured basketball, perhaps.
Yeah. Antonius Cleveland knocks that one down at the free throw line. Here's the Cats. Kyle Zunick with Luke Travers into Oliver Hayes-Brown. Corey Webster fading away. Just misses that one. And it's rebounded.
It was just about the X on the floor where he hit his last bucket, but wasn't able to make that one.
Craig Randall misses that, but it's rebounded there by Hiram Harris.
Good job by Harris to out-rebound Oliver Hayes-Brown there. He's known for his Probably a relatively easy call, that one, from where we're sitting. Harris able to draw that foul on Cleveland, I think it is. It was Jake.
Yeah, it was. Cleveland with the offensive foul.
Referees have just come together here.
1 minute 49 remaining in the third quarter. 79-67 to the Cats.
It's only Cleveland's first personal for the evening, so no stress there for the 36ers. Whoops, I spoke too soon. That'll be his second one. Just reaching in there, hand in the cookie jar, and another pretty easy call there. And that may have been a result of that little bit of fatigue just starting to. It looked like a bit of a lazy foul there.
Yeah. And timeout on the floor for the 36ers. And still on the floor, Craig Randall not happy, talking to the referee. And yeah, as I mentioned, 79-67. And just a look at some of the games coming up for the visiting Adelaide 36ers. As yet, they're playing today here in Perth, and then they've also got to head over to the Blitz Friday the 16th of September. Their first game is against Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, and they've got to take on the Tasmanian Jack Jumpers. And they've also got the Illawarra Hawks as well.
They've also got some games in the US, I believe. Jakey, I just wait for my stats to refresh them. I'm not too sure whether you mentioned that, but I'm pretty sure they're travelling across the US to take on a couple of NBA teams, including the Cleveland Cavaliers, if my memory serves me correctly. So be an opportunity for Josh Giddey to play against his former team, if everything plays out that way.
Yeah, actually they are taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And also the Cavs, I think, as I said there. But,
yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be a pretty hectic start for their year. They're probably, I don't think they're playing the first round. They'll come in the second round of fixtures and play some pick-up games just to catch up those one or two missed games, whatever they're missing at the start of the year. But great opportunity for the 36ers there to get across and play a couple of games. And I guess really, again, with this relatively new squad, another opportunity. I know I shouldn't say it doesn't mean anything. Of course, it means a lot to go and play against NBA teams, but good opportunity to go across and get a couple more games under the belt of a new squad when you're not really playing for premiership points as such. So
yeah, that's right. And there's also talking about the NBL games. Shaquille O'Neal was here in Australia just a couple of weeks ago, and he did mention that he wouldn't be surprised if there'll be Kai Soto gets a hand on that Luke Travis 3-ball. But yeah, as I was saying, Shaquille O'Neal did mention that he thinks it won't be long till the NBA actually come and play some games here in Australia. And,
no doubt it'll happen at some stage. It's just working out the logistics, I suppose. And
yeah, that's right. A lot of different time differences as well, and especially it would be really difficult during the season, but maybe pre-season. But
and then it's just getting stadiums big enough. That's a good finish. No, it's been waved away, been called for a travel. Unfortunately, it was a nice finish, and we'll reverse way up there by Hayes Brown. But yeah, just a matter of getting some of the bigger stadiums available to get backsides on seats, because no doubt there'll be a fair bit of interest if we see a couple of NBA teams over here playing, Jake. Yeah,
that's right. It'd be great to see as they've played a lot in London, in the UK, and also this year for the first time they'll be headed to Japan as well.
Yep.
The Golden State Warriors and the Washington Wizards.
So that's a huge market, the Japanese market, as we know.
And always in China, but long bomb three, Randall. Another one.
Randall is starting to find his range. He's starting to warm up a little bit.
$70-80 lead for the Wildcats. Carl Zunic, 7 on the shot clock. Finds Corey Webster, defended by Marshall, back out to an open wide. Carl Zunic.
Yeah, we've seen that often this year for the Warwick Centres in the NBL1 West. Just hit some crucial three-point buckets when his team needed. But that sees us at three-quarter time. Looks like 83-70. favour of the Perth Wildcats.
Yeah, great start. Well, great finish there from the Cats. 83-70 here at HBF Arena. NBL pre-season basketball.
Yeah.
And
Cats were definitely threatened there by the 36ers. Made a good run there. Got within 7 points or somewhere thereabouts in that third quarter. But, Tenius Cleveland's took 10 points. Pitcher Curran's gone up to 12 points. I think he had three or four at half time. So he's had a good third quarter. And, it's typical of what we know Mitch McCurran can achieve. And Randall up to 19 points for the game. So only his second game for the club, but starting to show what he's capable of. Also got the 7 rebounds and 4 assists. So DJ's got the 9 points as well. Daniel Johnson 9 points. Galloway's got the 5 points off the bench as well. And then for the Perth Wildcats, Thomas is up to 10. Bryce got an 11. Luke Travers up to 10 points. And most importantly for the Wildcats, kept out of foul trouble on that quarter. He's still sitting on 3 personal fouls.
And it's been a great Sunday afternoon here at HBF Arena. NBL action.
And certainly Manic for the Boom Boom Manic, he's nicknamed. He's started pretty well off the bench for the Wildcats. Thanks, mate. He's got 14 points and 5 rebounds in there as well. So
yeah. That's right, Glenn. And like you mentioned, I apologise as well. Couldn't get up the internet as quick as I wanted, but you were right as well, going to the NBL and NBA games in 2022. Just before the season, it'll be the 36ers taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder, and also it was the Phoenix Suns.
Phoenix Suns, I beg your pardon. Yep.
That's all right, Glenn. We all make mistakes, and I actually forgot who they were versing. I've been so intrigued, and I've been stuck in the NBL 1 circle, if you know what I mean. We've been stuck listening and watching the NBL 1. And
here we're coming from. Yep. Of course, it's Luke Travers has got on Cleveland Cavs. It's not Josh Giddey.
Yeah.
A little bit of brain fade there on my behalf, so apologies for that.
And we're back to the action in the fourth quarter, and everyone here at HBF Arena sold out. And everyone standing on their feet. And it's an offensive foul called.
And Corey Webster, by the looks of things.
Yeah, CJ Bruton just the quickest I've seen him get up out of his chair. And, CJ Bruton and his family have a long history here in Western Australia. His dad, Cal Bruton.
Oh, Cal Bruton, the Black Pearl, as he's well affectionately known with the Wildcats. But, he's been an absolute fantastic servant of, and still is, of basketball in Australia, and has changed the way the game is played and administered, just through structures and making things happen. But, and then, the run and stun or have fun, whatever he used to say there, but it used to be very entertaining, and fortunate enough to remember seeing him run around.
Corey Webster missing that one. Good rebound from Ollie Brown-Hayes over Kai Soto.
Sharpshooter Harris. Ooh.
Misses that one. Comes up with Hyman Harris. And the floater doesn't count as it was tipped in. But the referee's
got a foul in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Waving away the score, as you said there, Jake.
Holding foul called there on the Cats, and it's going to be a sideline ball for the Cats as Brady Manick comes in for Oliver Brown-Hayes, and also going back to CJ Bruton, his brother Austin Bruton also played.
He was a great SPL player.
Yeah, played in the SPL for the Warwick Senators.
Yeah.
So a lot of history here for the Bruton family in WA. Kai Soto, long ball 3, misses that one. Michael Harris just saves it and gets a rebound on his stats. Here's Luke Travers. It's getting noisy here at HBF Arena. Kai Soto.
Been called for the goaltend by smacking the backboard. But more pleasing signs there by Harris. Certainly wasn't intimidated by the 7-footer protecting the rim. Went hard to the rack and is accredited with 2 points from that goaltend, so well done to him.
Yeah, nice attack at the rim, not being worried about seeing that tall Kai Soto.
The rim protection of Kai Soto didn't worry him one little bit.
Sunday deck into Soto. And
Brody Manick just giving up that foul. I think the referees are talking about maybe upgrading this, but they haven't seen it that way. So
And I was going to mention before, still have season tickets for the Perth Wildcats. www.perthwildcats.com.au. Head there and grab your tickets.
You want to get in pretty quick, though, I suggest, Jake, because they will be selling like hotcakes. Because
that's right.
The Wildcats have put together a pretty decent team, from what I can see so far.
Yeah, exactly. And it'd be the same also for the 36ers, for people listening to this in Adelaide.
If you don't get along the Adelaide 36ers game this year, then I don't think you're a true basketball fan, because they look like they've loaded. And it's just about this team, as we've said time and time again, just learn to play with each other, but they should be good.
That's right, Glenn, and still a lot of tickets remaining. And Sunday Deck with the steal. Just over 8 minutes remaining. Deck to the hoop. Misses that one, and it's tipped by Todd Blanchfield. Finds Miss McCarron, but here's Thomas on the run. And he goes outside.
Yeah, it looks like he may have just rolled an ankle on that layup attempt. Hopefully he's coming back again. The fire door's just locked behind him, so he can't physically get back in. But
he is hurt. He's
he looked like he's rolled an ankle pretty badly from what we can see of him making his way back in from the outdoor car park. But no doubt suggests maybe there'll be mothballs now for the rest of the game. Get some treatment into him as quickly as they can.
Hopefully not too bad there for Tayshawn Thomas. And I feel like we have here at Perth had to struggle with some imports with injuries. And as Todd Blanchfield misses that, rolls in and out.
In and out, yep.
For the three. Devondrick Walker, who was the MVP in the NBL1 West, he was an import for the Wildcats at one point, but didn't play due to injury.
Achilles, I think, from memory, Jake, or something fairly significant. Yeah, that's unfortunately, of course, great to see him getting a contract with the Brisbane Bullets this year. So great NBL1 West season, as you said, MVP of the league and MVP of the grand final. So it'd be great to see him run around.
And national champion as well.
Yeah, of course, didn't play in the national championship for the Flames. He had to go across and start his season with the Brisbane Bullets, his preparation. But just makes that Flames win even better, I suppose, given the fact they missed him. Yeah. Nice finish there by Marshall.
$85-74 to the Cats as Brady Manick misses that one. Great defense from Marshall. Here's McCarron. Defended by Cotton. Finds Marshall. Just couldn't get the handle on it. Back to Harris. Defended by Travers. Nice take from Harris, but it's picked up from Bryce Cotton. Bryce Cotton steps back for three. Rims out for him. It's rebounded there by Marshall. Defended by Blanchfield. Good hands from Blanchfield. It's tipped back from Akuth to Marshall and nearly stolen from Travers. And another charge call on the Adelaide 36ers, and that's called on number 22, Hiram Harris.
Yeah, Mitch Norton picking up that charge foul there. Bryce Cotton, 2 from 6. Just waiting for the stats to refresh. I think he's 2 from 6 at 33% from the 3-point line. So hasn't exactly shot the lights out tonight, but still has the 11 points.
Yeah, and 20 points in their first game for him against the 36ers at Eaton Rec Centre. And he was 5 from 14 shooting, Glenn. But still
5 from 14.
Yeah, still had 20 points in that one.
Yeah. So he's definitely putting up the volume of shots.
But that's what you need to do. That's what the Wild. Well, that's what. Just
a little bit of frustration. Just coming in there for Cleveland there. Just clearly that was a dead ball, going to go well and truly over the sideline, and gave Harris a little bit of shove in the back there.
Yeah. I think Harris might have some blood.
Might have a dead arm, actually. Might have one on his elbow, I think. But I think it is a bit of claret there.
Yeah.
So Cleveland been called for that unsportsmanlike foul.
Yeah, great minutes from Michael Harris as well tonight.
Oh, he's shown some great signs. Yeah, it's early days, but from what we've seen so far, it's been offered the Wildcats a fair bit this year. So we've got a timeout.
Timeout on the floor for the Sixers. And just have to sort some stuff out on the court.
Yeah, I think we've got a little bit of blood. Harris may have just a little bit of a nick on an elbow, and there's a little bit of blood on the floor, which the referees have said we need to get tidied up, so it's fair enough. So we've got a timeout here at the moment. But just said to Harris has been impressive. Just played just under 12 minutes for the game. He's got the 10 points, 3 rebounds in there as well, a couple of assists, a couple of steals, so and one block shot in there as well. So he's definitely stuffing the stats in this one.
Yeah. Neil Barnett, who's the courtside announcer for the Cats, getting the crowd into it as he always does.
Yes, Neil Barnard looks like he hasn't lost any form over the the off season.
Both you and I would know Neil from also being the courtside announcer for the Joondalup Wolves for years. Now, how many years do you think? Maybe coming up on 15 years.
Yeah, it's been a while, but what a great job he does, and
And Neil's one of those guys around the league in the NBL who no one will really know about, unless you're a Wildcats fan, but he does a great job.
He's such a polite and mild-mannered and relatively quiet guy off the court, but once he crosses that line, it's game face on, and what a great job he does.
Yeah, that's right, Glenn.
Very good sense of humour too, Neil. If you have the opportunity to have a conversation with him, he's quite an amusing young man to speak to.
Yeah, and earlier also I did mention Luke Brennan, head coach, assistant coach with the Cats, and also head coach for the Warwick Centres men's in the NBL 1 West, but also Mike Kelly. Mike Kelly has been a legend in the NBL and also played in the NBL.
Great player, yeah. Come across an import and never went home again. He's made Australia his home, but we've also got to mention the fact that he's taken the reins of the Australian Boomers in their qualification tournaments recently, and what a great job he's done with that. He's got a great record as a Boomers coach. I'm not too sure exactly how many games. I'm going to say it's something like about 6 from 0 in terms of wins for the Boomers. May even be more than that. I might be selling him short, but done a good job.
He's had a great head coaching career, especially in the NBL, being head coach of the Cairns Taipans most recently, a few years ago.
Coach of the year, going back a couple of years ago as well,
Yeah, and now an assistant coach. He was the interim head coach for a while for the Cats.
He was associate head coach, or associate coach before the previous coach got across here. Scott Morrison, I should say.
Yeah. And it's great to see someone like Mike Kelly, who, as you mentioned, head coach of the year in the NBL, and has been a head coach. Must love it here in Perth because he's staying as an assistant.
And perfect scenario for a relatively, experienced coach in John, really, but relatively inexperienced at NBL level, but just to have someone with that level of experience and level-headed, just being able to steady the ship or just offer a little bit of advice when required. So, a good situation.
Back to the action is Corey Webster. Long three, misses that one. It's rebounded from Cleveland. 87-76, 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Cleveland with a circus shot. Oh, Akuth nearly puts that one back in. It's rebounded from Mitch McCarron. There's Blanchfield into Oliver Hayes-Brown. Defended by Akuth. Out to Norton. Passes to Blanchfield. Back to Cotton. finds Oliver Hayes Brown for three. He knocks it down, but
He might just stepped over the. We've got a. I think he might have just stepped over the sideline there, Jake. But
yeah,
Kuth, we certainly haven't seen the best of him so far. Just played just over 9.5 minutes this game. He's got the 3 points and a couple of rebounds in there as well. But again, it's just a matter of Coach CJ Bruton finding how best to inject him into this lineup and get the best out of his minutes. It's certainly a young man with a lot of ups.
Yeah, that's
literally.
Right. Yeah. Mitch McCarron finds Daniel Johnson for the three, misses that one. It's rebounded from Corey Webster. Bryce Cotton. No, Bryce Cotton did play in the NBA. He had some big games for the Utah Jazz. Bryce Cotton misses that one. It's tipped from Hayes Brown. Rebounded from Craig Randall. Over to Johnson, inside to Akuth, who's doubled. Randall drives in, misses that, but it's going to be a...
Yeah, it's a goal 10, which is good consistent call there by the referees. They called Soto on something similar earlier, so it's a good consistent call.
If you want to see more NBL action or keep up with the NBL's latest news and also scores and games, download the NBL app on your phone, on your smartphone, tablet.
Of course, you can set it up to show your favourite team so you don't miss out on any news from your team. Mitch Norton, nice little three-pointer from the corner there.
90-78, lead for the Cats. Mitch McCarron finds Cleveland, defended by Cotton. Daniel Johnson, who's doubled, and it's going to be a bit too much contact.
Yeah, Manic came off the split line there to help on DJ, but he's got done for a little hand check there. So Daniel Johnson just played just over the 18 minutes in this game. So as we expect, he wouldn't be playing huge minutes in these pre-season games. Just manage his minutes, and as we know from Daniel Johnson, he's about an 82% free throw shooter from last season, so you expect him to knock both those down.
Yeah, Daniel Johnson 2 for 2.
Takes him up to 11 points for the game.
And that might be his day. He might sit down for the rest of the game. 3 minutes, 8 seconds left as Sunday Deck comes back in for the 36ers. Here's Corey Webster. Over to McCarron. Brady Manick. Handball off to Corey Webster. Out to Manick for three. Misses that one. He'll be out of bounds. McCarron jumps over some of the photographers. Courtside.
Might be interesting photographs.
Mitch McCarron bring up the ball. Defended by Cotton.
Manick 0 from 6 tonight from the three-point line, I should say. So yeah, he hasn't quite found his range, but that young man has. Randall, he's starting to show us what he's capable of.
Yeah, Craig Randall, he's dangerous, and he's going to send a message out to the league to watch him. First year with the 36ers.
You said two 40-point games with the NBA G League Long Island Nets. So we know he can put the ball in the hole, and he's starting to show us that now.
Yeah. And a late call there from the referees, but the right call. A lot of hands. As Brady Manick will head to the line for two. Only a 7-point game here, Glenn. Still 2 minutes 14 remaining, and still a ball game.
Yeah, credit to the 36ers. They've just hung around. The Wildcats have opened up some pretty big leads at times in this game, but the 36ers just keep plugging away.
Yeah, this would be a lot different from what the NBL teams experience when playing. Another three from Craig Randall. He is on fire.
24 points for the game.
Bryce Cotton finds Mitch McCarron.
So, yeah, we alluded that Randall's going to grab games with a scruff of neck at some stage this year, and looks like he's chosen this one.
Yeah. Blanchfield misses. And another charge call on Cleveland and the Adelaide 36ers. And CJ Bruton really not happy.
Yeah, it looked from our vantage point here like it was a fairly clear call, but a little bit of frustration here by the 36ers. I think that's probably the third or fourth charge call of the evening. So
yeah.
So I understand that. It is a tough call.
Yeah. Minute 44 remaining in the NBL pre-season. Game 2 of 2 here in WA. Adelaide 36ers and the Perth Wildcats. Bryce Cotton nearly loses that one. 10 on the shot clock for him. Step back, defended. Just misses. And the Wildcats can't find the bottom of the hoop. And Sunday Deck.
Hello.
It's a 2-point game here at HBF Arena. 91-89.
Marshall has fouled Mitch Norton in the backcourt, so the Wildcats will walk the length of the floor, being in the bonus now.
Great comeback in this fourth quarter from the 36ers, Glenn.
Yeah, it certainly has been. Like I said, they just have refused to go away. So we've got Mitch Norton walking the length of the floor to the free throw line, where he's about, last year he was about 73% from the free throw line. So these will be a couple of crucial free throws here if he can knock them down.
And Mitch Norton on from one. He's been like a Damian Martin successor, if you know what I mean. And was there for the last season with Damian Martin, and he's really replaced Damian Martin. Just
brought that. You'll never replace a Damian Martin.
Exactly,
but I mean, he's the next best thing though, where he's just that hard-nosed defense, and he's been a warrior. He's fought through injuries and everything else, and just a heart and soul player. One of those glue players for the team, I guess you'd say, Jake.
Yeah, that's right. And
every team needs one of those guys.
Exactly. And he was a big part of the last year for the Townsville Crocs. He was in that roster. Just under a minute remaining and 93-89 to the Wildcats. 7 on the shot clock for Corey Webster. Good hands from Dingakuth. It's going to be baseline ball for the Wildcats.
Yeah, got the deflection there, but just couldn't quite gather the handle. So the Wildcats ball back with 5 seconds on the shot clock, Jake. So they need to get reasonably active here.
Yeah, if they can score here, could be all over. Luke Travers finds Cotton at the rim.
Very, very nicely executed baseline out of bounds play there.
95-89. The arena stands up. Randall in deep.
Randall just keeps on going. He's really shown what he's capable of in this game.
Good defense from the 36ers. Finds Cotton. Finds Luke Travers. And the Wildcats, a big win here on a Sunday afternoon. HBF Arena.
Which has turned out to be a pretty good hit out for both the teams. The Wildcats looked pretty good first up, and Adelaide were struggling a little bit to find some cohesion within their new roster, but certainly finished the game off quite well, and promising thing with the likes of Randall and co look like they're starting to find their feet over here in Australia. They've been new import players. Pretty good hit out by the Adelaide 36ers, and a lot to build on from that game, and certainly some improvements from that first game in Eton. So, overall, it's just a pre-season game. You can't take a lot out of it, but a lot to like from both teams from what we saw tonight, Jake.
Yeah, it's been a great pre-season so far for the Wildcats, going 2-0 in their 2022-2023 pre-season, and 97-91 win for the Cats. But you got to give it up to the Adelaide 36ers as well, Glenn.
Absolutely.
Coming back from 19 points down, making it a big game, and only losing by 6.
Yeah, sure. Mitch McCarron just lit that fire at the start of that second half in the third quarter. But Randall finished was at 29 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists in there. Only the 2 turnovers for a guy who's relatively new to the game over here in Australia and learning how it's officiated and everything else. So he's done a good job of looking after the rock tonight and scoring the ball. Daniel Johnson only played 9 minutes, 11 points. Cleveland, we showed what he's capable of. Probably got a little bit frustrated towards the back end of that game there, but still finished with the 10 points and made life difficult for some of the guards for the Perth Wildcats. Mitch McCarron, I said, they're 12 points. So Daniel Johnson 11. So a lot of things to like there for the 36ers and for the Wildcats. Thomas finished with the 10 points and 3 rebounds, 4 assists there, and most importantly, I guess he went down with an ankle injury late in that game there. So hopefully there's not too many ramifications from that. Mitch Norton 12 points. Bryce Cotton finished with 13. Luke Travers 12 points as well, and Todd Blanchfield 9. So pretty good spread of scoring there for the Wildcats. Corey Webster 11 points, and very impressed with young Harris. Finished with the 10 points for the game. But just like the way he plays the game and the way he's quite happy to assimilate into a team environment. So a lot to like about that young guy.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot to like about this new Perth Wildcats team with the new head coach, John Riley. And some new players, as you mentioned earlier on, Glenn, but a really exciting season coming up. And what do you think about the Wildcats this season? What do you think, how far do you think they can get in the finals? Do you think they can reach the finals this year? What's your expectations for them this year, Glenn?
Well, I'd like, from what I've seen so far, given it's only two scratch matches, which you can't read a lot into, against, we said, against an Adelaide team who've made huge changes to the roster in the off-season and still learn how to play together. But the addition of Thomas, and we probably didn't see the best of him tonight. We've still got Madjock coming along, the experience of Jesse Wagstaff, Corey Sherville, which we haven't seen much of in the last couple of years. And, so I'd like it there. I mean, I think they're a lot more balanced than they were last year. So, so I think the Wildcats they're going to be pretty competitive this year for sure. And
just quickly, we don't want to favour the Perth Wildcats because they're here in Perth. Let's show some love to the Adelaide 36ers and their fans listening. And I know you're around your basketball, Glenn, and it's kind of tough telling, as you mentioned, with the Wildcats from these two teams. But these two games. But the Adelaide 36ers is a great start to their pre-season as well.
Oh, 100%. We said some of the recruits like Robert Franks, Anthony Grimming we still haven't seen yet, and one of those players like Corey Webster, he's capable of absolutely shooting the lights out on any given night, so he can grab hold of the game and just go ballistic and swing a game for the team. We haven't seen him yet. Craig Randall, we saw exactly what he's capable of tonight. He's going to be sensational. Antonius Cleveland, not only his defensive player of the year, but he showed tonight he's got an offensive side of his game as well. And just a little bit of aggression in there as well, where it's needed to be. So he's just a hard-nosed defender. Tinga Kuth, again, we haven't seen the best of him so far. Averaged a double-double in the over there in Europe, and Antonius Cleveland, again, another young guy who still hasn't reached his plateau, so still a lot of improvement to go in his game. So there's a lot of things to like about the 36ers, and as you said earlier, if you're a 36ers fan, make sure you get your season tickets and get along to those games because they're going to be up there this year. They're going to play some exciting basketball for sure. They
definitely will, and a big NBL season to come. And the next time you can see the Wildcats is the NBL Blitz on Saturday the 16th, and you can see all the NBL Blitz action on NBL TV. And thank you for joining in and for listening today as the Perth Wildcats get the win 97-91 in their second game of the preseason against the Adelaide 36ers here at HBF Arena in the northern suburbs of Perth in Joondalup. And, of course, congratulations to the Warwick Senators, the Rockingham Flames, for walking away from the NBL 1 championships as overall champions of the land. So well done to those guys. Yeah, it's been a big day and a big weekend of basketball. But thank you for joining us, Jake Singleton and Glenn Simpson. And we'll see you soon. Thanks.